Good morning. Please remain standing as Andrew Rodriguez, Senior Class President, leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag, followed by the national anthem sung by Fernando Zuniga Orozco and the invocation led by Ilanit Alangranati, Senior Class Vice President.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now to the pledge of the Texas flag. Honor to the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As we gather here today to celebrate a step forward into new places with new people and new experiences, let us not forget the good behind us. We shall take a moment to appreciate a safe place where we can learn and a foundation to build upon where we can step our next step into the world. For our teachers who have so richly loved, cared, and guided us, especially at our worst. For our families who have cheered us on to the finish line and stood by our sides as the many bumps in our road have come. And on this day especially, we thank one another for the bonds that we have found amongst our classmates, and for the jokes that we will laugh about in years to come, and for the tears and hardships we have endured side by side, and for our connections made noticeable throughout the relationships we will carry beyond these walls. Today, we take a moment for our safety and a greater tomorrow. Our graduation opens a door to another time. You have led in the past, and you will lead now into your future. And now, it's my honor to salute our graduating class of 2022. Thank you. You may be seated.
To all in attendance today and to those who are live streaming our event, we welcome you to our 2022 commencement exercise of South Texas World Scholars. At this time, I would like to present Dr. Marco Antonio Lara Jr., Superintendent of South Texas ISD.
Good morning and welcome everyone. To the graduating class of 2022, today is your day. It's all about you. Your hard work, your dedication to all of your education is obvious because you're sitting here this morning ready to receive your diploma. And not just any diploma, a South Texas ISD World Scholars Diploma. A diploma that everybody that you know and we know that you earned it every single day that you came to school. We come together this morning to celebrate you. I'm sure your parents, your family members, and your invited guests are very proud of each and every one of your accomplishments and probably wondering what happened to that young child that I took to pre-K just the other day. You sit here this morning ready to graduate high school. So now you've completed your first major milestone in life. So what's next? Many of you will continue your education, join the armed forces, and possibly straight into the workforce. But whatever you do, do your best. Be the best. I have no doubt that as you leave us, you leave understanding the value of serving your community, of being a positive influence, and being the difference that so many deserve. As young adults living through this horrible pandemic, you understand, like many of us, that what we once considered to be normal no longer exists. So I challenge you to help us to define what that new normal is going to be going forward in life. And let's make it better together. Let's change the world together to be a much softer, kinder, safer place where we value one another and appreciate one another. You are the 2022 graduating class of World Scholars, so now go out in the world and be the best version of yourself you can be. And remember, most importantly, stay connected with South Texas ISD because we want to learn and hear of all the wonderful things that you're going to be doing in life. So I'd like to leave you with a quote from Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. He says, "Your work is going to fill a larger part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it." Congratulations, graduating class of 2022. I'd like to introduce to you a group of hard-working individuals that serve your schools and the leaders of your schools and the teachers of your schools each and every day. Our job is to make sure that you have what you need to be successful. So I'd like to introduce those members of my cabinet, beginning with our Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Efrain Garza. Our Assistant Superintendent for Finance and Operations, Ms. Marla Kanab. Our Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Mrs. Lisa Frausto. Our Chief Academic Officer and serving as your Mistress of Ceremonies today, Mrs. Nereida Trevino. And our Administrator for Public Relations and Marketing, Mrs. Amanda Odom. Now I have the privilege of introducing another hard-working group of leaders that come together, they give of their time, and make the decisions and help guide us in supporting each and every one of our schools in South Texas ISD, and that is our Board of Directors. Our President, Mr. Douglas Buchanan from Raymondville. Mr. Eduardo L. Larry Cantu, Los Fresnos. Our Vice President, Mr. Henry Levere, Brownsville. Our Secretary, Dr. Sylvia Sanchez Garza from Edinburg. Members of the board, Dr. Martin Castillo, Edinburg. Mr. Adrian Garcia, Brownsville. Mrs. Margarita Garcia, San Juan. Dr. Ricardo Ochoa, Weslaco. Mr. Israel Quintanilla, Raymondville. Mrs. Natividad Nati Sosa, Mission. And Mr. David Torres, Edinburg. Now I'd like to invite our President of the Board of Directors, Mr. Douglas Buchanan, to give greetings on behalf of the board.
Thank you, Dr. Lara. Good morning, parents, guardians, family members, and friends of the 2022 graduation ceremony for the World Scholars. I stand before you representing South Texas ISD Board of Directors. It gives me great pleasure to congratulate the graduates and all the individuals that have supported them through their current journey. I say current journey because this is a memorable milestone in a continuous journey. What happens after this morning's celebration remains to be seen. But you have successfully arrived at a gate of opportunity. For 12 plus years, that's right, 12 plus years, you have been navigating your way through school, and now you have arrived at a time to celebrate and reminisce all of those years. Here's an analogy you may appreciate. I grew up on my grandparents' dairy farm in upstate New York. I was very young, but still there were chores to do at my age. One of my most rewarding chores was to bring my grandmother 2 quarts of milk from the milking parlor every afternoon. She would then place them to be chilled in an ice box. That's a refrigerator, graduates. The next morning, she would spoon off the cream that had separated from the milk. This is where the analogy begins. From that cream, my grandmother made the following products: buttermilk, whipping cream, sour cream, butter, and my favorite, and probably yours too, ice cream. Graduates, you are that cream. You are at a stage in your life that will afford you the opportunity to become any product you want to be. A dairy farm produces numerous delicious products that we enjoy every day. What delicious profession will you become, or will you achieve? You now have the education, the support of loved ones, and the fact that you are the cream of South Texas ISD at World Scholars. Therefore, you can become anything you want: doctor, armed forces, lawyer, scientist, engineer, teacher, astronaut, biochemist, and any other profession you so choose. The possibilities are endless. So again, on behalf of the Board of Education and everyone here, congratulations, graduates.
Dr. Lara, Mr. Buchanan, thank you for those inspiring words. At this time, we would like to recognize the following graduates. Would all distinguished graduates please rise at this time? Thank you. Would all cum laude graduates please rise at this time? Thank you. Would all magna cum laude graduates please rise at this time? Thank you. Would all summa cum laude graduates please rise at this time? Thank you. Would all students who are IB diploma candidates please rise at this time? Thank you. Would all students who will be graduating with dual college credit please rise at this time? Thank you. Would all students who have earned a professional certification please rise at this time? Thank you. Would all students who have completed their required volunteer hours please rise at this time? Thank you. Would all students who will be serving in the United States Armed Forces after graduation please rise at this time? Thank you. Students, all the mentioned recognitions are a true testament of your character, leadership, service, and willingness to go above and beyond. Congratulations. Now, would the proud parents of these fine students please stand to be recognized? Parents, guardians, and extended family members, we congratulate you for the support, the encouragement, and the guidance you have provided your children. You are the foundation, the rock upon which your son or daughter was able to reach this milestone. Thank you for your unwavering and endless support for these students. Their success is your success. Our salutatorian for our 2022 graduating class is Desiree Rose de Jesus. Would the parents of our salutatorian Desiree Rose de Jesus please stand? Thank you. Desiree de Jesus is the daughter of Narciso and Lourdes de Jesus. Academically, she has set out to achieve the IB diploma through completing the IB program. Throughout her high school career, Desiree has served as president and reporter of the Technology Student Association, president and host of the first broadcast show in the district, Lion Talks, and an executive board member for Student Council. She has also competed in UIL Ready Writing, for which she has placed first in numerous times, and will be competing at the 2022 TSA National Competition in June. Desiree will be studying at the University of Texas at Austin as a 40 Acres Program Scholar and majoring in education to fulfill her aspirations of becoming an English teacher and combating education inequality.
Thank you, Ms. Trevino. Good morning, parents, teachers, administration, and class of 2022 graduates. My name is Desiree de Jesus, and I am incredibly honored to address you all today as your class salutatorian. The moment has finally come to walk across the stage and towards the rest of our futures. It's our day of endings and beginnings, hellos and goodbyes. I'm going to be honest, I used to dread this day as a freshman. I didn't want to grow up and face the challenges of the real world because I thought it meant having to leave behind everything I knew and loved. With every moment of change, I faced it with fear and uncertainty. But if there's anything I've learned from these past 4 years, it's that no matter how much we resent change, it will always happen. However, with change comes the choice to persevere and to make that change into something better. Fellow graduates, these years have been filled with challenges that many before us haven't had to go through, yet we made the continuous decision to try and prevail. From going through an intense winter freeze to enduring a full-blown pandemic and a year of online learning, we faced the unthinkable while still grappling with the typical challenges of high school. Many might say that we are the class of change, but it is not the change or the challenges themselves that define us. Instead, what defines us is our decision to rise above it all so that we realize the products of our resilience. It is because of that change that we have become the people we are today. So embrace change, feel it, let it shape you. Yes, sometimes it might make you feel beaten or even unworthy, and it's okay to feel sad about it from time to time. But never forget that you have the potential to become more than the person you are when faced with it. Because of change, I have become a more involved leader, a dedicated community member, and a passionate learner. However, this wasn't achieved solely by my own merit. I owe so much of it to the people surrounding me. I want to thank my amazing family for always supporting me no matter what. Of course, I want to especially thank my mom and my dad for their relentless dedication and sacrifice for me. None of this would have been possible without them. From being understanding when I had to stay up late to study, to constantly dropping me off and picking me up for school and club functions, their belief in me as a student remains steadfast. It is through my actions and choices that I hope to honor the legacy and sacrifices they've made. Thank you to Ms. Diaz and Dr. Villarreal for being two of my most dependable mentors and role models these past 4 years. It is because of your incredible support that I have been able to become a confident leader. To Mr. Munoz, for consistently wishing us to stay safe, as well as reminding us to never do drugs or get in cars with strangers, and to always eat our veggies and listen to our parents. It makes me a little sad I won't be hearing those 5 phrases whenever I leave class next year. To Ms. Leo, Mr. Quintanilla, Ms. Sarabia, Mr. and Ms. DeWitt, Mr. Zamora, Ms. Onsmith, Ms. Gavino, and all my teachers, present and past, there isn't enough time in the world to thank you enough. But know that you have shaped me in so many ways. These years of change haven't been easy for you all either, and I know I speak for all of us when I say you deserve more than applause for your hard work. It's through you all that I learned the power of determination and the beauty of being a lifelong learner. Additionally, I wish to extend my gratitude to Ms. A and Coach Hernandez for being our senior class sponsors to make our senior year amazing despite so many obstacles. Because of them, our last year has been memorable and exciting. And a big shout out to our counselors, Ms. Garza and Ms. Ramos. You both have helped not only me, but so many students make sure they reach this point and the next. From continuously updating us about scholarship opportunities to making sure we have all the necessary tools to become successful in college, you've gone beyond for our futures. Lastly, thank you to World Scholars and you all, the class of 2022, for the memories. Whether you were a part of TSA or we were in a group project together, or if we even talked in a brief passing moment, you've all played an integral role throughout my high school career. Yes, I used to be afraid, but as I look out at all of you, I don't feel scared anymore. Instead, I feel confident in all of us and the things we will set out to achieve. The future before us may seem uncertain, and we might not know where to go or even where to begin. It may feel like you're starting at a blank Word document when you're trying to write an essay. But I encourage all of you to be open to the possibilities as we enter this next chapter of our lives. Don't let life pass you by because you're afraid. Take it all in, treasure it, even if it's not what you expected it to be. For it is during those moments that we may find hope, strength, and beauty. And whenever I need to look for an example of courage and tenacity in the face of adversity, I know I'll always be able to remember us, the class of 2022. Thank you.
Our valedictorian for the class of 22 is Daniela Mendez Albert. Would the parents of our valedictorian, Daniela Mendez Albert, please stand? Thank you. Daniela Albert is the daughter of Alessandra and Christopher Albert. Being an IB diploma candidate, she is awaiting news of receiving her anticipated IB diploma this summer. Her most notable leadership roles include being the president of Student Council for 2 years and being the class of 2022 treasurer for all 4 years. She is also involved in the National Honor Society and is a student ambassador. Daniela's most notable accomplishments fall within the realm of dance, an activity in which she has participated in over 15 years. At her dance studio, she is a leading member of the senior elite team and is a choreographer and teacher. Daniela will be attending the University of Texas at Austin and will be majoring in dance.
Thank you. Stepping into the stadium today, we were greeted by the sun. Below it, the expansive horizon stretches out as far as the eye can see. While it may seem that the sky meets the earth at a definitive point, we find that as we travel towards the spot where two opposite worlds converge, it escapes us. No matter how far we go, there's always a new horizon. Class of 2022. Today marks the end of our high school careers and the gateway to our new lives as adults. Right now, high school seems like the whole world. But the truth is, there are infinite horizons ahead of us, infinite possibilities available to each and every senior sitting here today. Throughout my high school career, I have met some of the most brilliant minds who also behold the most brilliant dreams. From our future educators to nurses, to politicians, psychologists, criminologists, businessmen and women, professionals of all fields, and dancers. World Scholars, class of 2022, we truly represent what it means to follow our hearts to new horizons. It's funny, I remember stepping onto campus for the first time, afraid of what was to come. Sure, I had a couple of friends from STPA, but high school really was a foreign entity. The seniors actually looked like the characters from High School Musical. I was fearing for my life. When I look back on our old photos from freshman year, I laugh at how different we were. We had different goals, saw life through different lenses. We made mistakes, granted, some were worse than others, but we made it through. We made it all the way through sophomore. Yeah, it kind of ended there for a bit. I don't think I need to remind you all of what happened. We've heard it all. Write a discussion post on how the pandemic has negatively affected you. What hardships have you faced during your high school career regarding the COVID-19 pandemic? Blah, blah. I do want to add something, hopefully of a different tone. We made it. We are one of the most resilient classes to ever have completed high school. We pushed not only through physical battles, but mental battles as well. We really did it, guys. We made it. I would like to thank my family, Mom, Dad, my sister Alana, for supporting me not only academically, but in becoming the person I am today. Thank you, Mom, for making me do math workbooks when I failed my standardized math test in the first grade. I would have never made it here without your help. Eu amo você muito, mamãe. Thank you, Dad, for being the #1 dance dad a girl could ever ask for. You've always been there for me when I needed you. Last but not least, I'd love to thank my little sister Alana for being the best little sister I could have ever asked for. Next year, you'll be in high school, forming new memories, learning new things. No matter what, always stay true to yourself. I love you, Lel. And on behalf of all my fellow seniors, thank you to the parents and families who have made this day possible and have supported our journeys. Now, I need to give credit where credit is due. Teachers, counselors, administrators, thank you. I would want to take this time to express my gratitude to those who have sacrificed so much for our education. Ms. Vela, you inspire me so much. After sophomore year, my passion for English was beginning to die out. I became too critical of my writing and failed to find the joy I once found in my favorite subject. Ms. Vela, you brought that spark back. Thank you for encouraging all your students to find their voices in writing, explore new worlds in literature, and discuss meaningful topics with one another. I think our 3B class can agree that we definitely have the best, most mature topics in that class. With your guidance, I feel that I've improved in my writing exponentially over the past year. Next, I'd like to thank Ms. Leo, my wonderful math teacher. I still can't believe you managed to teach both IB Math and STC College Algebra. Your passion for teaching radiates to your students, who regardless of skill in math, have learned so much over the course of high school. Having you as my math teacher this year has been such an amazing experience, and I will cherish it forever. And of course, Mr. Munoz, the man, the myth, the legend. After having you for both TOK last year and History of the Americas this year, I truly believe that you're one of the funniest teachers I've ever met. I admire your passion for a certain science fiction franchise, you know, like Star Trek or something. You're such an amazing teacher, and I couldn't have taken all 3 IB history papers without your guidance. Mr. Munoz, you really are the bee's knees. Rounding out the core classes, I want to thank the brilliant Miss A. You're one of the kindest souls I've ever met. You have no idea how much I appreciate the care you give to every presentation in biology class. I've learned so much from you. Thank you for being such an amazing teacher and class sponsor. Next, I would like to thank Mr. Munoz's best friend, acquaintance, Mr. Quintanilla. Even though you didn't take off your mask for our senior video, no matter how hard we begged, know that your students really love and appreciate you and all you do for us. From your Nearpods to your obsession with National Treasure, you've earned your place in the Teacher Hall of Fame. Ms. Diaz, I've had you since freshman year. As you've watched us grow, we've watched you grow. From being our substitute teacher to becoming the phenomenal teacher you are today, you show how dedication really can take us new places. Thank you for always being there and allowing me to learn Microsoft Office and Premiere Pro. From my teachers this year, I would like to give a final thanks to Ms. Sarmiento, who could not be here today. Thank you for stepping up to the role of IB film teacher. Your love of film radiated onto your students and inspired me to find where IB film may take me in the future. I now want to thank our brilliant student council sponsors, Mr. and Mrs. DeWitt, who have inspired us to take initiative in helping the school and the community. Thank you for your hard work and care. You brought student council to World Scholars. You've supported us through thick and thin. Mr. DeWitt, thank you for being an amazing history teacher last year and asking me to join Student Council. I know our Student Council is a democracy and that we do vote on our officers, but as the incumbent president, I officially knight you, Sir Mr. DeWitt of Camelot. And thank you, Mrs. DeWitt, for being such an amazing extended essay sponsor and putting up with my outstanding ability for procrastination. Thank you, Ms. Ocampo, the best dance teacher the World Scholars has ever seen. Thank you, Dr. V, for almost running me over that one day. Thank you, Mr. Iseguirre, for that's physics over quarantine. Thank you to Mr. Reina for being my math teacher for the first 2 years of high school and putting up with me screaming during Quizlet Live. Thank you to my Spanish teachers, Ms. Castro and Mr. Ayala, for helping to prepare me for my IB Spanish test. Thank you, Mr. Proc, for making forensic psychology one of my favorite courses of last year. Thank you, Ms. Ann Smith, for being such an amazing theater teacher. Thank you, Mr. Zamora, for actually helping me to learn math online. Thank you, Coach Hernandez, for being such an amazing sponsor for us this year. Finally, thank you to our amazing IB coordinator, Ms. Arabia, for dedicating so much time to every IB student on campus. We really do love you. Seniors, this is the end. High school has been the most challenging, yet the most rewarding experience of our entire lives. We faced adversity, struggled through the IB program and dual enrollment courses, and came out the other end. What's most important is that we did this together. To my student council officers and class officers, it's been a pleasure working with you. To my friends, I will miss you dearly. Never forget that while high school may end here, life doesn't. Open your hearts and follow the endless horizon. Thank you.
Again, please help me congratulate our World Scholars class of 2022 Salutatorian Desiree Rose de Jesus and our Valedictorian Daniela Mendez Albert. At this time, I present our candidates for graduation. With the graduating class of 2022, please rise. Dr. Lara, I present to you these students, members of the World Scholars Class of 2022. As Chief Academic Officer of South Texas ISD, I certify that they have met all the graduation requirements of the Texas Education Agency and South Texas ISD World Scholars. I recommend that they receive their diplomas signifying their accomplishment.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino. Members of the Board of Education, parents, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to certify that the students about to be called have completed their course of study as required by the regulations of the State Board of Education and that of the South Texas Independent School District. I hereby authorize that a diploma and testimony of their having met these requirements be issued to each and every one of the candidates this morning. Ms. Trevino, will you call the roll of seniors and ask the Board of the Directors to please present diplomas to these candidates?
Thank you, graduates. You may be seated. At this time, Assistant Principal Ms. Maggie Ojeda will assist us in announcing the names of the graduates. Students, upon hearing your name, please step forward to receive your diploma.
Daniela Mendez Albert from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas at Austin. Desiree Rose de Jesus from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas at Austin. Caleb Adamu from McAllen, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Andrea Aguas from Mission, cum laude, attending South Texas College. Carlos Aguirre Reyes from Santa Maria, summa cum laude. Deandra Ray Alanis from Alton, summa cum laude. Simon Alcala from Raymondville, summa cum laude. Ilianit Algranati from McAllen, summa cum laude, attending Texas A&M University, College Station. Jimena Alba Galeana from Mission, summa cum laude, attending Arkansas State University. Isabela de Jesus Alvarez Chacon from Mission, summa cum laude, attending University of San Francisco. Isadora Marianela Ochoa from Weslaco, summa cum laude, attending South Texas College. Cassidy Giselle Arredondo from Alton, summa cum laude. Christopher Joseph Arroyo from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Stephen Arteaga from Donna, magna cum laude. Ana Luisa Arvizu from Donna, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, San Antonio. Santiago Asuaje from McAllen, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Ernesto Isaac Ayala from Weslaco, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas at Austin. Sofia Isabel Ayala from McAllen, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Daniel David Barrera from Edinburg, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Thomas Barrios from Edinburg, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. April Bazan from Mission, cum laude. Johnny Rafael Bazan from Mission, cum laude. Ethan Isaac Brown from McAllen, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Dianta Sarai Cabrera from Weslaco, magna cum laude. Viviana Campos from Weslaco, summa cum laude, attending Our Lady of the Lake University. Andrea Daniela Cantu from FAR, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Austin. Cristina Alejandra Cantu from McAllen, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Luis Gerardo Cantu Gallardo from McAllen, summa cum laude, attending Arkansas State University, Querétaro, Mexico. Samara Pizzabel Castillo from Edinburg, South Texas College. Justin Eric Castro from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Gabriel Daniel Charleston from McAllen, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Avrianne Emily De La Rosa from Edinburg, summa cum laude. Madeline Grace DeVries from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Rebecca Grace Elizondo from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Melina Nicole Espinosa from Edinburg, cum laude, attending Texas Southmost College. Vivian Suseth Espinosa from McAllen, summa cum laude, attending South Texas College. Yasmin Esquivel from Edinburg, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, San Antonio. Sila Celeste Fernandez from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending Trinity University. Adrian Galban from Edinburg, cum laude, attending the University of Texas, San Antonio. Alondra Raquel Garcia from McAllen, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Celeste Amy Aime Garcia from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending South Texas College. Elias Modesto Garcia from Monte Alto, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Gabriela Garcia from Edinburg, cum laude. Michael DeAngelo Garcia from Alton, summa cum laude, attending Rice University. Fernanda Daniela Garcia Sigala from McAllen, summa cum laude. Susana Yoli Garduño Gutierrez from San Juan, cum laude, attending the University of Texas, San Antonio. Adelie Caitlin Garza from Donna, cum laude. Dalia Gonzalez from Monte Alto, summa cum laude, attending New York University. Kayla Aliyah Gonzalez from Mission. Maria Cecilia Gonzalez Franco from McAllen, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, San Antonio. Alejandro Grimaldo from Los Fresnos. Dylan Ronald Guerrera from Edinburg, cum laude. Evelyn Diana Guerrero from McAllen, magna cum laude, South Texas Community College. Kylie Nicole Guerrero from Edinburg, summa cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Michelle Alana Guisa from Edinburg, summa cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Brandon Guzman from Edinburg. Yuridia Yamalet Heredia Ariasola from Edinburg, magna cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Aliona Victoria Hernandez McAllen, summa cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Angela Celeste Hernandez from Donna, summa cum laude. Benjamin Samuel Hernandez from FAR, cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Justin Lee Hernandez from ELSA, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Noelani Fabiana Hernandez from McAllen, cum laude. Jenny Isabel Hernandez Esparza from Donna, summa cum laude. Ruben Andres Herrera from FAR, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Christian Daniel Hubanks from McAllen, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Kyvan Hussein from Mission, summa cum laude, attending Texas A&M at College Station. Not yet, wait. Alberto Ibarra Jr. from Edinburg, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, San Antonio. Cecilia Ibarra from FAR, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Chase Lee Nathaniel Jackson from Edinburg, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. David Romulo Jimenez from Harlingen, magna cum laude, attending Sam Houston University. Leah Rose Joseph from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Erin Catherine Kurska from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the Texas A&M University at College Station. Kevin Jonathan Laraga from FAR, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Victoria Elizabeth Lasso Romero from Mission, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas at Austin. Veronica Lazos from Edinburg, summa cum laude. Christian Gabriel Lopez from FAR, summa cum laude, attending Boston College. Eric Daniel Lopez from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas at San Antonio. Nicole Lopez from McAllen, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Carla Fatima Lopez Triana from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Miranda Lozola from Weslaco, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Josue Asael Macias from FAR. Nora Macias from Donna, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Nathan Eli Maldonado from Edinburg, attending Texas A&M University, San Antonio. Andrew James Mandujano from ELSA. Jonathan Martin Mendez from McAllen, cum laude, attending Texas State University. Nora Mendoza from Weslaco, summa cum laude. Eric Arturo Montoya from Edinburg, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, San Antonio. Amber Nicole Mora from Edinburg, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Isaiah Andres Moreno from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Andrew Moya from Edinburg, cum laude, United States Navy. Anthony Moya from Edinburg, cum laude, United States Army. Owen Mullis from San Benito, magna cum laude, United States Air Force. Libni Natalie Munoz from Edinburg, summa cum laude. Michael Nelson from Edinburg, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Gordon Wendell Newell from McAllen, summa cum laude, Grambling State University. Michaela Simona Nino from Edinburg, summa cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Arnaldo Xavier Noyola from Edinburg, cum laude. Alfonso Ordonez from Edinburgh, cum laude. Leslie Lauren Ortega from Weslaco. Emma Catherine Palacios from Edinburg, summa cum laude, Baylor University. Alan Richard Pansing from FAR, summa cum laude, St. Edward's University. Montserrat Peña from FAR, summa cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Francisco Reyes Peña Salazar Jr. from Edinburg. George Perez from Weslaco. Marcela Piñon from Edinburg, summa cum laude. Carlo Emiliano Rada, Donna, summa cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Maximiliano Rincon from Hidalgo, magna cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Maria Paola Rivera from San Juan, magna cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Andrick Rodriguez from San Juan, magna cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Caleb J. Rodriguez from Edinburg, magna cum laude, United States Navy. Sebastian Said Rodriguez from FAR, cum laude, Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Veronica Rodriguez from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Gabriel Fernando Rodriguez Nava from Mission, cum laude, attending Berklee College of Music. Jose Daniel Rojas from Harlingen, magna cum laude, attending Texas State Technical College. Serenity Ross from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Dana Michelle Salas from FAR, magna cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Destiny Ray Salinas from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Mario Asael Salinas from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Victoria Nicole Salinas from EdCal Chelsea, summa cum laude, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. William Aaron Salceda from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending Texas A&M at College Station. Angie Siqueira from Edinburg, cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Maritza Serna from Edinburg, cum laude, attending the South Texas College. Sara Indiana Smith from Lynn, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Ayana Michaela Ilian Solage from Edinburg, summa cum laude. Sebastian Solis from Hidalgo, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Nicholas Edward Strom from McAllen, summa cum laude. Ivana Renee Torres from McAllen, cum laude, attending South Texas College. Killian Nicole Toscano from Edinburg, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Anna Karen Uresti from FAR, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas at Austin. Brandon Javier Valdez from Mission, summa cum laude, attending the University of North Texas. Erendira Valdez from McAllen, summa cum laude. Everardo Vanegas from Edinburgh, cum laude. Valeria Merari Vasquez from Mission, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Sarai Vasquez from Donna, the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Areli Velasquez from Alton, summa cum laude. Jesus Domingo Veliz from FAR, summa cum laude, attending George Washington University. Giovanni Gary Davidson Walker from McAllen, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Jade Williams from FAR, summa cum laude, attending Houston Baptist University. Fabian Zubiri from Mission, attending South Texas College. Fernanda Zunica Orozco from FAR, summa cum laude, attending the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Kenneth James Lyons from McAllen, cum laude.
Graduates, will you please stand? At this time, move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to present The graduates class of 2022 of South Texas ISD World Scholars. Students, you may be seated. As we conclude today's graduation ceremony, I would like to thank parents, teachers, administration, graduates, and everyone who made this extraordinary journey a grand success. Remember that a strong educational foundation has been built within you. South Texas ISD World Scholars has prepared you for the new goals and the new challenges that await you. You are now ready to continue evolving into the best versions of yourself. Go forth on your new journeys and continue to pave the way for future World Scholars Lions to follow. Always work with dignity and pride, and always remember we believe in you. The world is your oyster. Congratulations to each member of the South Texas ISD World Scholars Class of 2022 and their families. May you continue to experience great success in your future endeavors. Blessings. Parents, guests, in honor of all students graduating today, please remain seated for 10 minutes after all graduates have exited. Thank you.